made a roaring debut on the stock exchange in New York. The British company is owned by Japanese tech conglomerate Softbank Group. Yuko Fukushima is here to tell us what all the fuss is about, Yuko.
Yes, this is the biggest initial public offering of the year, and traders were itching to place bids even before the company went public on Thursday. Now, ARMS is a semiconductor developer. It listed on the NASDAQ Tech Exchange. The company's offering share price was $51, but the price opened well above that. Traders kept buying, pushing up the value of ARM, and the stock closed the day at over $63. That price puts the company's market capitalization, ARM's price tag essentially, at over $65 billion, making it the largest listing in the U.S. this year.
It's truly a historic moment for the company, but as I've said to lots of our employees over the last number of months, the fun is only getting started.
Softbank acquired ARM in 2016 for $31 billion. It later tried to sell the British chip design firm for $40 billion, but the deal never happened. U.S. and European regulators were not happy. They said selling ARM to another chip giant would stifle competition in the market.
ARM's position and role will become more important as AI becomes universal and brings dramatic changes to people's lifestyles and working styles.
So, tell us more about what ARM does exactly.
Sure. ARM is in the semiconductor industry, but it doesn't make chips. It helps other companies make them. ARM is the industry leader in designing CPUs, that's central processing units. All the things around us that have any kind of computer in them have a CPU inside. It is the heart of a computer that runs the operating system and apps. And ARM is the architecture of some very popular CPUs. Their designs or blueprints are in high demand because they are low cost and energy efficient. And ARM says more than 99% of smartphones around the world contain CPUs using its blueprints. And as of the end of last year, more than 250 billion chips with ARM's architecture were powering everything from sensor to supercomputers. And I talked to an expert about that staggering number. He told me all the big semiconductor firms need ARM. It's that simple.
ARM is most famous blueprint suppliers in the world. Well, ARM's biggest customers such as Qualcomm, NVIDIA, Intel, and Advanced Micro Devices, and a lot of the big names is using ARM's IP core as a blueprint for their semiconductor product.
Okay, ARM is a big name in the semiconductor sector. We've established that. Next question is, why is it listing on the stock exchange now?
Right. Well, some say it's because of the boom in artificial intelligence. And as you just heard from the CFO of Softbank, artificial intelligence is going to be everywhere soon. Now, ChatGPT by OpenAI lit the fuse for the AI stock boom. Share prices have been soaring as investors try to pick other companies that stand to benefit from widespread adoption of related technologies. And sure enough, Son Masayoshi, the founder of Softbank Group, had this to say at the firm's shareholder meeting this year.
There were several people who said that, hey, Son, you had dumped your money into a company that was going to lose a lot of money. But now, finally, ARM is entering a period of explosive growth. I believe that growth will be explosive from this point on.
Well, he may be right about explosive growth. We'll see. But Oyama Satoshi doesn't think this will happen because of AI. He says ARM's architecture is actually not suited to artificial intelligence. Having said that, Oyama agrees the IPO was good timing. What do you think of the timing of the IPO of ARM?
ARM is now expecting the biggest competitor in the future. And after that, the biggest competitor becomes very famous in the world. It's not famous yet. That's after they become very famous. So the position is a little bit getting difficult to get to the current position. And now it's the best timing for IPO, I think.
So what's the outlook for ARM then? Hearing Oyama, it doesn't look too rosy.
Right, well, not rosy in his view. And that's because he says there's a new and potentially powerful competitor emerging, and it's not a company. It's an open source project called RISC-V. Now, it plans to license out its chip designs for free. So basically, it's giving away something that has been the basis for ARM's profit.
RISC-V is now born at the Berkeley University in the United States. And also, anyone can get the IP core blueprint for free by joining the RISC-V consortium. This is pretty much different from ARM because ARM is a company and to gain the profit. But most of the ARM clients, such as NVIDIA or Qualcomm or Intel, everybody is joining the RISC-V consortium.
That really does sound like a threat, especially if ARM's main customers are already getting involved in this open source development.
Right. Now, Oyama says ARM has a great track record, but its strategy of profiting from licensees could become a liability. So he says, yes, it's a very successful IPO, but the company may need to redesign its business model and if it wants to continue impressing investors in the years ahead.